Alright guys, this is Jeff. We gotta talk about, well, the stupidity of black people. Look, I got no other to say this. Now look, here's my picture. I'm half white, half black, and the more I get told, oh, you're so oppressed, oh, you're suppressed, you need to unlearn your oppression and then realize you're oppressed. And I just sit here going, okay, I'm sick to fucking death of this shit. It's like, no. Anybody born after basically 1960, pretty much after 1970, you ain't fucking oppressed no more. That's bullshit. Look, I'll tell you who was oppressed in my family line. On my mom's side, that's the black side. My mother was oppressed. She turned 9 years old when civil rights was passed in 1964. She was born in 55. And 3 years later, she was 12 years old when Loving vs. Virginia was handed down and basically said, yes, black and white people can get married. That's why I'm here. My mother was oppressed. My grandfather and my grandmother were oppressed and beyond. They faced actual, no shit, point blank racist oppression. I never have. Here, let's do this side-by-side comparison between me and my maternal grandfather. My maternal grandfather turned 18 in 1926. I turned 18 in 2000, graduated in 2001. In 1926, my grandfather could not join the Marine Corps. There had been no way in hell that man would have ever touched a top security, secret compartmentalized information clearance. Not in 1,000 years. Guess who did, though? His grandson. Me. I did. I was a 2621 in the United States Marine Corps. That's Signals Intelligence Collections and Analysts. Basically, I listen for bad guys on the radio, decrypt, and then pass the information on to higher echelons. That was my job at the tactical level. For lack of a better term. Yes, I worked for Big Brother through the Marine Corps. But I had a top security clearance. Hell, I got to join the Marine Corps. Two things my grandfather couldn't do. When that man turned 35, about a week before he turned 35, when he was 34, a week from 35, he got drafted in the United States Army in World War II. He got trained and sent off basically to the South Pacific to dig ditches and fill sandbags throughout the Southern Pacific campaign. That's all he did. Did that till the end of the war, until he got discharged, I think in 46 or 47. I don't remember what. But he was basically drafted in and then treated like a beast of burden for a few years. At about 35 years old. That's oppression, ladies and gentlemen. He wasn't given a chance to be infantry like I was, or be a presidential guard, which is what I was originally being screened for before I got switched to signals intelligence, because 9/11 happened and threw all planning out the window, and I happened to be smart enough to do it because of my ASVAB and all that. He wasn't given that chance. He was given, and when he got out, he didn't get the fucking benefits that I did. He didn't get a Montgomery GI Bill. He didn't get the Department of Veterans Affairs to look after his health care. He didn't get squat. He got paid, treated like a beast of burden, chewed up, spit out, and sent on his merry way. Yet somehow, according to shit stains like this, I'm fucking oppressed. And it's just like, how? How can you sit there and tell me, point blank, that I have been fucking oppressed? When you just heard what my maternal grandfather went through, and God knows what my maternal grandmother went through, me and, a black woman in the 40s and 50s. Come on. We're talking height of Jim Crow. My mother spent her formative years in the Jim Crow era. Up till about, before, just up to preteen in Jim Crow South. My mama was oppressed. My grandparents were oppressed. I never have been. My mother was the first person on her side of the family to go to fucking college and graduate. I got to go to college. I did so for a while for free. Something my grandparents and my mother never could do. Yet somehow, I'm fucking oppressed. See, this is the kind of shit that pisses me off. And I don't understand how black people have been fucking brainwashed to believe they're so fucking oppressed. It pisses me off, and I'm sick to death of having to sit here and listen to these people bitch, whine, and complain when they have opportunities their forebears would fucking kill for. just for the opportunity of civil rights. What do you think Frederick Douglass would have said about civil rights? He had danced a fucking jig and screamed hallelujah. Or, Booker T. Washington, on the shoulders of great men who struggled and toiled to give me the opportunity and chances that I have, yet I'm still being told by the black community I'm so fucking oppressed. I'm so fucking sick of it. Absolutely sick of it. Black people need to wake the hell up, take some personal responsibility, and realize there are opportunities out there till you're fucking blue in the face. None of them take advantage of. And that's only people's fault is them damn selves. Not white people, not the federal government, not no one but them damn selves. But they refuse to take personal responsibility because it's the easy way out. Because it's so much easier to blame society, blame the world, blame white people, blame oppression, and then look in the mirror and take fucking responsibility for their actions or own inactions. It's so much easier. But you know what? I fucking refuse to do that. I own up to the fact that I've been homeless. I lost my clearance. I lost my Marine Corps career. White people didn't do that. I did that. That was my fault. And I take responsibility for it. And I refuse to be told, oh, no, lay down your burdens. Oh, no, it's all white people's fault. Oh, you're still so oppressed. You're just so misguided. And it's like, no, motherfucker, I'm a United States Marine who has learned to do things for my damn self, think for my damn self, and take responsibility for my damn self. And I refuse, absolutely refuse to say that I'm oppressed. That's an insult to my grandfather and my grandmother and my mother and all her cousins. Absolute insult. Anyways, that's my rant. I'm Jeff. I'll catch you next time.